value addition. Soybean crop is widely grown in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra as a commercial crop in India. Soybean contains 20% oil and 40% protein. It is used in making chapati, bread, milk, sweets, etc. Soybean is grown as a pure crop as well as intercrop with arhar. It grows well in black cotton soil as well as all types of soil, depends on the rainfall and irrigation facility. Soybean builds up the soil fertility by fixing the atmospheric nitrogen through its root nodules and also through leaf falls on the ground at the time of maturity. Its straw is used as fodder for livestock and cake is used as feed for poultry. Hence, it is called a wonder crop. Requirement of weather for soybean. Soybean requires in its whole 90 to 110 days period 25 degree Celsius temperature for better growth and yield, and rainfall is up to 700 millimeter. Best soybean varieties are MAUS 162, which is developed by Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Agriculture University, Parvani, which is the first variety developed by this VNMKV Parvani for mechanical harvesting, because at the time of harvesting, major varieties, after getting late harvesting, they start shattering. To overcome this problem, this VNMKV Parvani University developed this variety MUS 162, whose height is 4 feet and the pods start from 6 to 7 inches from the ground. Hence, this is a popular variety useful for mechanical harvesting. The next variety developed by VNMKV Parvani MAUS 612, which is the rust resistant variety, as well as the 90% pods are with 3 seeds. Hence, its yield gets higher. This is high yielding variety, and this is the rust resistant variety referred for Maharashtra as well as Madhya Pradesh. The next very much popular variety for export, which is developed by Mahatma Phule Agriculture University, Rahuri, DS228, whose other name is Phule Kalyani. This is also a rust tolerant variety. Its seeds are bold seeded and high yielding. Hence, this and its pods start shattering after maturity after 15 days. Hence, and due to the bold size of the seed, this variety is majoritarily exported from India to other countries. The newly developed variety from Mahatma Phule Agriculture University, Rahuri, which is very much popular for the yield and which is giving from last 2 years 20 to 30% higher yield than the existing varieties. His yield per acre goes from 13 to 14 quintal per acre in by sowing process, and by dribbling process it goes near about 18 quintal per acre. This variety's name is called KDS 726, whose other name is Phule Sangam. Its characters are, it is rust resistant variety, and this is very bold seeded than the 228 variety. One another character of this variety is it contains less trypsin inhibitor, and this is a very high yielding variety. This variety is useful for making milk, paneer, and human foods. The soil requirement for this variety, soil requirement for soybean. Soybean requires well-drained loamy and sandy loam soils which are suitable for soybean. One flowing and two harrowing are sufficient to get the soil well aerated and pulverized and for weed-free soil. Sowing period for the soybean mainly sown in Kharif season from 15 June to 15 July. This is a rainy season crop. Sowing up soybean by BBF, broad bed furrow planter, is very useful in sowing soybean crop, in which the plant to plant distance is maintained, seed to seed distance is maintained, and due to furrow making after 4-5 lines, the excess water of the rains is uh, removed out, due to which WAPSA condition is kept in the field and the yield of the crop in heavy rainfall period also gets increased. Seed rate for soybean crop 70 to 75 kg per hectare. Seed rate is required. For MAS 162, whose height is near about 4 feet, it requires only 15 to 20 kg per acre seed rate. For MAS 612, its seed rate is requirement from 22 to 25 kg. For DS 228 and KDS 726, the seed rate requirement is 20 to 25 kg per acre. Seed treatment for soybean for various control of diseases in soybean, Thiram seed treatment is recommended 3 gram per kg of seed. Thiram is applied on the seed before sowing only by dry method. With Thiram, Bivestine is also used as a seed treatment to control the number of diseases, and 2 gram per kg of seed is applied Bivestine. First seed treatment is done by chemical fungicides like Thiram, Bivestine, and also for the control of sucking pest in the first 25 days, imidacloprid is used, which is 2 ml per kg of seed. And this Thiram seed treatment is useful for getting the better germination of seed. Fertilizer requirement for soybean crop is its root nodules. Hence, the minimum requirement of nitrogen is 20 kg, 60 kg K2O, 60 kg P2O. Phosphorus requirement is 60 kg per hectare, and potash requirement is 30 kg per hectare. For getting higher yield and for getting higher yield, 4 bags of single super phosphate with 4 kg of forage granules is sown in the month of May, due to which the vigorous growth of soybean crop not done, which attracts the insect pests and the expenditure on the cultivation of soybean crop, which increases when we apply the nitrogen content fertilizer. We avoid to apply nitrogen content fertilizer. The most important thing for getting higher yield of soybean is weed control, weed management. In soybean crop, both types of weeds grows with the soybean crop, that's broad leaf weeds and grassy weeds. For the control of both types of weeds, after sowing, pre-emergence application of weedicide like pendimethalin is also useful. If pendimethalin is not available at the time of sowing, farmers also use imazethipher 2 ml per liter of water with Targa Super 2 ml per liter of water for controlling the broad leaf weeds as well as the grassy leaf weeds. And soybean crops needs up to 60 days free of weed crop to increase the yield of crop. Major farmers use this imazethipher and Targa Super for controlling the weeds, because nowadays hand weeding is not possible due to lack of labor availability. Irrigation facility needed for soybean. Soybean is a Kharif season crop. Soybean grown in rainy season, hence it not requires irrigation. But nowadays rains are not even or in continuous coming. Hence there is a gap between two rainfall periods. In this gap, the soybean requires irrigation. If those farmers who having irrigation facility, they can do the irrigation in this required gap. That is soybean's most sensitive period. Requires soil with moisture. Diseases and pest management in soybean. In flowering stage, to prevent the diseases like rust, diethane, M45, mancozeb and carbendazole combination, just like SAP, 2.5 gram per liter of water is used as a spraying at the period of 40 to 45 days. I shared the two types of higher technology spraying systems. One is by spraying by the drone, and the other is boom sprayer. The tractor attached boom sprayer is useful for covering the huge area in very small period. And spraying by the drone is useful when the returning monsoon comes, and at the time the various diseases due to heavy rainfall and dense population of crop comes, and the crop gets infested by the diseases. To control these, at this time there is very much water in the crop, so human as well as the machines cannot enter in the crop field. To overcome this problem, drone is the best machinery for spraying in this period to control the diseases which loss near about 50 to 60% due to not spraying of the this last spray on the crop
Sir,
to
sorry.
control the
Excuse me, Mr. Balasaheb.
yes
Sir, your
yes
voice is breaking. Can you please switch off that audio, sir? We'll check if the voice is clear.
Video.
Sorry, video. Okay. Please off the video, sir.
hello
Yeah,
yes
yeah. Now you proceed,
yes
sir.
listen how is my voice
Okay, now you proceed, sir.
yes I prepared one schedule for spraying on the soybean crop. First spray of systemic insecticide like imidacloprid 0.5 ml per liter of water at 15 to 25 days after sowing. It controls the stem fly as well as girdle beetle, leaf miner, leaf roller, white flies, red mites. Second spray I recommend at the period of 45 to 50 days after sowing, which is at the time of flowering stage. Use systemic insecticide with fungicide combination of mancozeb as well as carbendazim. The contents is in SAF endophil company and in sprint also. The third spray I recommend for spraying on the crop is at 55 to 65 days for the control of rust and other diseases. It is propoconazole 25% EC 1 ml per liter of water or tuboconazole 25% EC 1 liter of water. For reduction of pest and diseases, apply 60 kg PTO5 in single superphosphate per hectare with 10% forward granules, which is at the time of sowing, which I said earlier. Harvesting and yield of soybean. Harvesting depends on the maturity period of varieties. It varies from 90 days to 110 days. When the leaves of soybean become yellow and the leaves drop down, start harvesting by cutting the crop by sickle and do harvesting in dry weather. Yield of soybean varies upon the duration and its variety. It is from 25 quintal per hectare to 35 quintal per hectare. We have spoken about the package of practices of soybean. In short, I also explain about the value addition, how it is possible in soybean. After harvesting clean seed, clean the seed with spiral separator and dry in sunlight. When the moisture content of soybean comes below 10%, then store it in gunny jute bags. How to identify it comes below 10%? Take the dried soybean seed and chew it in our teeth. If it gets the uh, noise, then we understand that the moisture is below 10%. And if the seed is not broken and it goes just like sponge, then the moisture is not below 10%. For making seed, just like for farmers for saying in the next season, or for doing the business of certified seed, or for doing the business of truthful seed. For making certified seed, I giving in short process. Purchase foundation seed. Purchase of foundation seed is must for making the certified seed. Foundation seed is purchased from the agriculture universities. After purchasing the foundation seed, register this foundation seed at district seed certification agency, which is at every district place, and then follow the rules made by the district seed certification agency. At the time of sowing, maintain isolation distance of 3 meters from four sides of the crop plot. Do roguing as well as removing of off-type plants, removal of diseased plants, as well as other soybean crop, other soybean varieties plants, and make the pure seed. For self seed production, use the method cutting crop, drying crop, threshing by manually. I have shared one video about this. Do winnowing. After winnowing, clean by spiral separator and then dry in sunlight. And after drying, check the germination on gunny bears at home. I shared one two pictures about checking up germination on gunny bags also. Take 100 seed bag in water and kept 10 seeds in 10 lines, 10 rows, uh, and then make around. After tying, apply water at each morning and evening for 7 days. After 7 days, open the gunny bag, remove the tie, and then count the seed. If the equal growth of the seedlings, count these just like these seeds. When these seeds are above 70, then it is best for planting. This is the simple method of making seed for self purpose. This method is also used for certified seed making as well as truthful seed making also. The primary processing and the secondary processing. In primary processing, I explained about how to clean the seed and how to store and how to make the seeds for sowing purpose. The next value addition in soybean is the secondary processing. In secondary processing, soybean is used for oil purpose, protein purpose, and cake purpose also. How to make protein at home or in large scale, I explain in short about this, the very important value addition. Take the cleaned seeds and use it in daily food. 10% of soybean, mix it with wheat and then make the flour and make the chapati, which is smooth and delicious due to oil content and protein content. 10% of protein powder is mixed with chickpea flour and make various food products also. More than 10% of soya flour use is not recommended for consumption because it contains high protein which absorbs high water from human body. Soya protein preparation, how to make soya protein at home or in large scale also. First, take the clean seed, then check each seed by hand or in higher quantity by color sortex machine. Remove the diseased seeds and the impurities which are in it. Then soak the cleaned soybean in water and kept it in cooker. When the up to 3 to 4 shouts, then slowly remove the cooker top and flow the cold water in the cooker pot to cool the inner water as well as the soybean. After cooling this soybean, hand rub the soybean with cold water flow, continuous cold water flow, and remove the cover of soybean, that is seed coat of soybean. After 100% removal of seed coat, keep the soya dal in sieve to remove water and then dry it in sunlight. After drying, make powder with the electric mixture. Use this protein powder 1 tablespoon with water or milk as food supplement, or also you can use it in cook also. Thank you. This is my short lecture about the package of practices for getting higher yield of soybean and its value addition.
Thank you, sir, for the talk. Let me check if we have any questions. In the meantime, just on your video, sir, let us see if your voice is clear. Mr. Balasaheb?
Yes.
Okay. Your video is not getting on, sir.
From your side, you have to.
Okay. Okay. Now you try owning your video, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll read out the first question, sir. Adjust your camera, sir. Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. The first question is, sir, please tell us about the farmer producer company that you are running.
This is my near about 30 years, involvement to start my farmer producer company. First, I started in 2000 my farmer producer group, in which there are only 10 farmers first I have taken, and whose name is Adhunik Shetkari Gat, Bhadgav, Taluka district, Latur. I have run it from 2000 to 2014. After that, the farmer producer companies registrations start by the government of Maharashtra, and I also registered one farmer producer company, Shrikar Agro Producer Company Limited, in December 2014, December 2018. From 2000, in the year 2000, I first started my certified seed production program, and till now I am running this. First, in the first year, I taken only 2 acres of seed production program of soybean crop, certified seed production program. Now I am running 1,200 acres of certified seed production program in 2 districts, Latur and Usmanabad.
Okay. The next. Yes, sir. You please continue, sir.
In 2017, government given me a scheme of construction of godown and construction of machinery for doing the business of certified seed processing. Now I'm running this business. I also, for the extension of the business, I also applied in the new scheme called Nanasaheb Deshmukh Krishi Sanjeevani Prakalpa. In English, it is called as POKRA. And the other scheme, which is started by government of Maharashtra, which is called as SMART, माननीय बाळासाहेब ठाकरे कृषी व्यवसाय उन्नती प्रकल्प. I applied for both these schemes to expand the Shrikar Agro Producer Company's seed production, seed processing, as well as value addition process. Next question.
Yeah. The next question is, which parts of India have large soya beans cultivation acreage?
Madhya Pradesh is growing highest acreage, and after that Maharashtra acreage comes. But in last year, what happens in Madhya Pradesh, due to virus infestation on the soybean crop and unavailability of seed due to high rains during harvesting period by the returning monsoon, the unavailability of seed is done, and in Madhya Pradesh the area comes below. The reason for the virus infestation is, as I explained in my lecture, seed rate per acre is very important. In Madhya Pradesh, farmers sow minimum 30 kg to 100 kg per acre, due to which, due to the vigorous growth and dense population, the white flies and the red mites came, which are vectors for the virus multiplication. To reduce this problem, first technique to overcome this problem is reduce the seed rate below 25 kg. 20 to 25 kg seed rate is sufficient for 70% germinated seed. And other next uh, reason is application of nitrogenous fertilizer. Soybean itself produces nitrogen 25 kg per hectare by its root nodules. Hence, there is no need of nitrogen fertilizer application to soybean crop. When the farmers apply nitrogen by soil application in the form of DAP, 10, 26, 26 or any other fertilizer, and also the farmers apply the water soluble fertilizers 19, 19, 19, just like 28, 28, 0, 13, 0, 45. This nitrogen makes the crop very green in color and attracts the insect pests and increases the sucking pest population, just like white fly and red mite, which are vectors for the virus. Due to this, in the last year, in the MP, the area of soybean cultivation is reduced. Next question.
Yes, sir. The next question is, in 1 acre of soya cultivation, what is the net profit the farmers can expect?
Profit depends upon two things. One is what is the input applied by the farmer, and the next is when you take your produce in the market for the sale as a commercial crop. When we take our crop just in the month of November or December, you get very less prices for the crop. My request for the farmers for getting the higher profit in the soybean, please keep minimum after harvesting minimum 3 months, maximum six months, for getting 20 to 25% or above 25% increase in the rate. As per theoretical, theoretically, I say near about 50%, 50% there is profit in soybean crop, near about 30,000 per acre. 30,000 per acre is profit in soybean crop. Yes.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question, sir. Is cheap import of soya hurting the market for soya bean farmers in India?
Again, please.
Is cheap import of soya hurting the market for soya-bean farmers in India?
I have to explain about it. What is the main reason and what is going on? how much quantity we produce in India. China is the major exporter of Indian soybean due to non-GMO soybean. And I'm explaining about your specific question of this year, what happens and why it was happens and what is the real reason. The last year, the targeted export is to be nearly 25 lakh metric tons, which are to be expected to be export. But unusually, it is exported about 45 lakh metric tons, due to which the shortage of soybean and soya meal is occurred in India, and the chick producer companies are not getting the soya meal for their chick production, and then the problem comes in India, and the rates are increasing by the oil industries to purchase the soybean which is available or stocked by the farmers or any other customers. But when there is non-availability of stock, then how much be the how much be the higher value or increasing the rates of soybean? The due to not non-availability of soybean crop, the soybean is not coming with the oil industries, and so this problem comes. Only the reason last time, which is to be done by the chick producer companies, that they exported from the South Africa and from any other. But usually in India, the soybean produced is non-GMO, and whatever may be the soybean we purchase from the other countries, it is with the GMO. When this like of soybean comes in India, this non-GMO seed may affect the chicks as well as the chick eating human beings also, because this non-GMO soybean is produced by spraying the glyphosate, and it is very dangerous for the human beings. The first time in this year, 50,000 metric ton soya cake is imported from the South Africa. It affected on the farmers in this season for getting the better prices. Import of soybean or soya cake is dangerous for farmers of India, because in India there is plenty of market for soybean cake. Then also, whatever the quantity available in India, it is sufficient for running this chick industry, and the excess is to be exported. But import of it is very dangerous for the farmers for getting his better life food, and due to this governments these governments import is not better for the farmer.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, next question.
The next question is, how many farmers are part of Shrikar producer company?
Shrikar Agro Producer Company Limited now made 357 members in this year, in which there are above 80% farmers are small and marginal farmers. Here about only 7% farmers are above big farmers, that is big farmers. Near about 30% farmers are women, and about 5% are SC/ST farmers.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question. What are the main challenges you face in running the farmer producer company?
Each day is a challenging day. We have to accept it and think on it and overcome on it. When we think there is a solution, when we don't think there is not solution, there is no solution. There are a number of problems what have faced in last number of years. First problem major, which is I undergone, is I produce certified seed only, and there is a cost requirement for production of certified fish, government fees, and there are manual and rules and regulations for making the certified seed. But in India, there are two systems. One is certified seed production and other is truthful seed production. In certified seed production, there is total control on the production, processing, and marketing of the seed by the government. But these rules are totally not applied for the production of truthful seed, and there is no fees and no control of 100% of the government on the truthful seed production and its availability. Due to which, when we goes in market for the sale of certified seed, these truthful seed companies comes, the rates of these truthful seed companies are less, and then we have to sell our certified seed in the competition of truthful seed. One thing. Another thing is, just like the same, there are 2-3 government companies. One is Maharashtra Rajya Bij Pramanikaran Yantrana, Akola, which is called as Mahabiz. And second is NSC, National Seed Corporation. These two are certified seed producing companies of Maharashtra. That is, these are called the government companies because this company is having more than 50% shares by the government of Maharashtra. What these companies or what the government does for the marginal farmers or for the small farmers, in each and every year, government gives subsidy of 25 rupees per kg of the seed for soybean and other crops also, and also in any other schemes 100% subsidy to the seed. Due to getting the 25 rupees per kg subsidy rate to the soybean seed, we have to sell our certified seed in competition with the government subsidized soybean seed rate. It also a challenge to sell our product, how it is better from other. We have to explain, we have to study what I have explained in my varieties and their characters, explaining the character to the farmer, and the problem of how to overcome the problem of the farmer by the newly varieties, seed production, and giving him the new varieties to overcome his problem is our company's building point. The third next problem in running the APO is, in the earlier period, the APO's seed production program is increasing. There is not a single scheme or suggestions from the government to the state banks for the number of construction schemes, term loans. The banks are giving loan, but for doing the business, not a single bank giving the CC for running the business. But from last 2 years, this problem is also solved. One Arya Finance Limited company from Delhi is started from last 2 years, which is the group started first by only the 10 members, and now it goes near about, in 3 years, near about 5,000 members, which are investing their money in this Arya Finance company. This Arya Finance company is giving us the warehousing, collateral security finance on our godown soybean seed. He gives us 70%, 65 to 70% amount by the on that day's market price. Due to this Arya Finance availability, the major problem is solved of giving payment to the farmers who given seed for seed production. Next.
Okay, since we are running short of time, we have few more questions. I'll try to take up a couple of questions quickly. Okay. The next question is, what are all the machines you use for harvesting the threshing soya beans? This question is from our member, Mr. Vallavan.
For threshing soybean, the tractor drawn thresher is also used, but for better seed germination, we have to change some things, that is on the drum, which are the nut bolts or whatever just like the thorns who threshes the crop. We have to reduce the height of the nut bolts near about 1 inch to 1.5 inch, and only for each line of drum kept one bolt which is having height 2.5 to 4 inches for mixing the straw or removing the straw. Due to making less height of the horns of this machine, soybean gets very less threshing and very less damage of seeds. In diesel engine operated machine also used, you have to control the revolutions of the machine by reducing the adjusting the accelerator. And in tractor drawn also, one other we have to do, that is to reduce the revolutions, RPM of the machine. We have to change the belt from the big cycle to small big wheel to small wheel, which reduces the RPM of the machine and the seeds not get damaged.
Okay.
In standing crop, just for mechanical harvester are doing best harvesting in field also. Next question.
Yes, sir. Among all the crops cultivated in your region, which is the most profitable?
For rain-fed farmers, only the soybean is the commercial crop, and it making farmers profitable. For who are having seasonable and yearly irrigation facilities, these farmers are growing sugarcane and they are giving sugarcane to sugar industries. But for rain-fed farmers, there is no other crop giving higher money than soybean.
Okay. The next question is there any difference between food use soya and oil extraction soya?
There is a small difference. Whatever we call, I explained for the variety KD 726. There are 3, 4, 5 varieties developed by various universities. ICRISAT developed one variety, Suvarna Vasundhara, which is called as vegetable soybean variety, having very bold seed and very sweet in taste. It is to be used as vegetable soybean after maturity, or at pod stages. We collect the pods and then we make rasa vegetable, as well as use it in mixing with rice. And the other one variety which is developed by Himachal Pradesh Agriculture University, which is called as Himso 1563, which is green in color. It is also very tasty. When we cook, make salted, and by the same process, vegetable rasa, soybean, as well as with rice also. When we cook, very delicious foods. I have done it. I spread the seed among in Maharashtra, and I also do it. The difference, whatever maybe we observe in the natural soybean and the vegetable soybean, is the trypsin inhibitor, which is present in the soybean. When we eat directly without heating, without boiling, without soaking and removing the seed coat, only the seed coat is the dangerous in the seed. When we remove the seed coat and the germination point, the inner part, the cotyledons, the inner dal is best for eating. For this purpose, we have to remove it by heating in water, heating by any process or by cooking. And as you asked me in the question, that is, what about the cake? After removing the oil from the soybean, in the process of removing oil from the soybean, there is crushing and pressing of the soybean, due to which the seed coat of soybean burns out and the powder is made by the inner seed parts, which is to be used for human consumption also. But what happens? There is a need of proportion for eating this protein, because in soybean naturally it is 40%. When we remove oil, its percentage increases up to 60, 67, 68%. Then also when we mix this cake in water, stir it, then remove the water, and then collect the slurry and dry it, then also its percentage of protein increases, because the carbohydrate which is available in the cake is dissolved in water and it is removed out. These are the various techniques of getting higher percentage of protein. As I have spoken, whatever may be the quantity we eat in wheat flour, or as a bodybuilding, mixing with milk or mixing with water and drinking, when we eat or when it goes in our body, it absorbs higher water from our body, which makes humans constipation, which is dangerous for human being. So eating only small quantity every day is useful to reduce the deficiency or to get daily protein supplement. Next question.
Okay, one last question we have, sir. Why Maharashtra farmers are more advanced when compared to other states?
In each and every progress, there is Godfather. Whatever I think, I live in Latur, Maharashtra. Latur is also called hub of education, which is started by a single person, Anirudh Jadhav sir. Just like this, what you are seeing behind of me, Mani ex-Chief Minister Vilasravji Deshmukh Sahib, he is very much interested in overcoming every problem of farmers. And in Maharashtra, due to getting higher education or getting education by farmers and by persons, they are interested to overcome their own problems. They are knowing their problem and they start to overcome the solution on the problem. Due to which the farmers of Maharashtra are adopting the higher technology earlier than other states.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I like to thank Mr. Balasaheb Bhaguram Datal for the talk and for answering the questions in detail. I like to also thank the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Thank you very much.